Mike, I wonder, Taylor Jenkins, you heard him there, head coach of the Vancouver, Memphis, the Memphis Grizzlies. I haven't done that in a grip. I used to cover them when they were in Vancouver. That's how long ago I covered the NBA. But anyway, head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies, Taylor Jenkins, and he says this line there about, give Ja is taking responsibility. I don't buy that for a second. Mike, I think the NBA came in and said, look, Memphis, if y'all ain't going to do nothing about this, and y'all have had opportunities, every opportunity you've had to address it, his agent is talking about media rumors. Taylor Jenkins has said before, we love him, we support him, on and on. They haven't done a damn thing. I think it's the NBA finally said, you're not going to do anything about Ja Morant and the issues that are there with him. We will. And I think the NBA kind of forced the hand of the Memphis Grizzlies, and rightfully so. This is a guy who's going through it. I don't know how deep the issues are, but something's there. Something's there with Ja Morant.
This went from silly to sad real quick. I mean, we were just talking about this Friday and all last week, of course. And it's just like, okay, this dude's just being a knucklehead. This dude is just, he's a wannabe. He's a poser. He's a pretender. Like, he's trying to be something he's not. Like, you went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. It ain't gangster. His real name is Clarence. It's like all that stuff, right? And then he turns around and posts on IG, flashing a gun, shirtless, in the club, right? So there's the wisdom associated with carrying a weapon, and then there's the wisdom or lack thereof associated with, so what everybody's saying about you. You know what's being written. You know what's been alleged. You know what's been reported. And you say, wait a second, hold my beer and give us more of that type of behavior? To me, that speaks to somebody. And when as soon as it happened, I texted a friend, I was like, this feels like crying out for help at this point. Like, something's wrong here. And again, not trying to be a mental health expert here, but how can you lack self-awareness and common sense so much when it comes to just the optics of the situation, to know all of the stuff that's going on and then say, oh, okay, there's more where that came from. And now put yourself in this position, and it's clearly somebody whose judgment is impaired for one reason or another. So I'm not trying to give him a pass. I'm not trying to go easy on the kid, but I because he's an adult. But what I am saying is that maybe there is something deeper going on here, whether it's his emotional well-being, his mental well-being, stress levels, whatever it is. But when it comes to firearms, I will say this. I want to say this clearly. You carry a weapon for security. You brandish it out of insecurity. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You carry a weapon for security. You brandish it out of insecurity. If this is not some deeper issue involved, and he just thinks hey, let me show off my gun, bro, that don't make you tough. Because if you had a gun and you had a real understanding of how to carry that gun, you realize that don't nobody need to know you carrying. And the point of carrying is not to floss it like it's some kind of watch or chain, okay? It is an accessory. I understand you not wanting to leave home without it. I understand maybe you want it for personal protection or whatever. I get that. That's your business. But that's the point. That's your business. It ain't for everybody to know. It don't make you hard because you're carrying a gun, because you probably don't even know how to use it. Because if you knew how to use it, you know that brandishing it is A, illegal, B, unnecessary. So I would say that there's a lot of conversation need to be had. He needs a lot of education, training, but clearly he needs a lot of help and support. A lot of help and support right now. If that means stepping away indefinitely, so be it, whatever's necessary. Because we know, you and I both know in sports, Michael, money only makes you more of who you already are. If he out of control now, he ain't even got the 200 million yet, and he already out of control. So I'm more worried about this kid now than ever.
All right, money makes you more of what you already are, and so who is Ja Morant? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to get back to. Is this something that the Memphis Grizzlies, because it's in their best interest, let's face it, they've already shown their hand, it's in their best interest to sanitize anything controversial that happens with Ja Morant or any one of their players. A lot of teams do that, and the Memphis Grizzlies have done it. We care about Ja. This is all, the outside, nobody outside this locker room. They're circling the wagons, all the cliches. What a lot of corporations do when they've got somebody who is a big money maker for them, who is a big part of their profile, instead of really helping them, they turn it into an us against them. And hey, nobody outside of these walls really understands what we're going through. So that's what they're doing publicly. But privately, hey, what did their profiles say about Ja Morant when they were scouting him when he was a number 2 pick in the draft after Zion Williamson? Were there any concerns about his character? Were there any concerns about him or some of the people who are in his circle? Or for that matter, let's just get real, we'll keep it at 100 here, Mike. Any concerns about his parents? Right? Mom's got a problem at the mall, and mom's calling up Ja, and Ja's coming with 8 other dudes to the finish line. Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.